Jacques Avent and the National Forum for Black Public Administrators go hand in hand. You can't say one without recognizing the other. He is one of the original founders and was the first African American to hold a senior executive position at the City of Phoenix. A graduate of Howard University, his degree was in psychology.
When I started Howard, I was going to be a doctor, and by the time I finished, I had moved on, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so I came out into the work world. I ended up, that was the early 60s when I came out of Howard, and I ended up going to work in something new that was happening called community action. I left community action, and I ended up at the Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments. I was an assistant there, and I then went to work for the National Association of Regional Councils. I knew nothing about national associations then, but it was a grand experience for me because coming from COG, I knew a lot about how councils of governments work. The National Association was the association for all the regional councils in the country. So I had a chance to move around the country and meet all sorts of people, planners and other development types and so forth. And that led me to meet the guy who was then the number 2 or number 3 at the National League of Cities.
His career continued to blossom while staying focused on making a difference in people's lives through government.
While I was with the League, one of the many people I met was Terry Goddard, who was a young new mayor of Phoenix. He encouraged my wife and I to come to Phoenix.
The rest is history. Jacques not only made his mark on Phoenix, but also empowered other African Americans in pursuing and obtaining city management positions.
I worked with neighborhood services, and neighborhood services was one of my highlights because I was responsible for developing the neighborhood services department. And I really enjoyed that because what we did there was to highlight the need to work with neighborhoods and bring it to the executive table of city government.
He was a trailblazer in his own right.
We formed an association called the National Forum for Black Public Administrators, whose mission was to provide support to minority public administrators, to provide them with ongoing support with its new skills, with education, with training, with career development support.
And then came the scholarship in his name.
The Jacques Avent Scholarship and all the scholarships that the NFBPA chapter has developed represent the sort of the essential tool for carrying out their mission, which is to provide support and assistance. But one of the critical things that a budding public administrator needs is the right educational qualifications. And the scholarship is designed to help a few at least, ensure that they have the right educational qualifications. It's quite an honor for me to have it, but I really think the applause really belongs to the chapter members who have done this for a number of years now. I can't remember how old the scholarship is, but it's almost 20 years old. It is critical to our world to have young people growing into public administration roles.
Avent got into this government world to change lives. He has, and he continues to do so with his namesake.